Sony is so full of themselves this generation, man. I've been making so much Nintendo content lately, but for the past 10 years, I've primarily been playing PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So why am I not making a lot more PlayStation content, you may ask? That's because they're just not doing anything interesting, really. Nintendo releases one new release every single month. They've been doing this for years. PlayStation, we're lucky if we get more than one game per year. One, two, or three games. Like three is like that's like the max. That's the max we can get out of PlayStation. Did anyone play Soros this year? I mean, like, I like first party PlayStation. That's like the bread and butter. Exclusives are my favorite. Soros doesn't do anything for me. I don't know. It didn't pull me in. I might like it if I played it, but I don't know. Something about it just doesn't pull me in. And I don't know. That's how I feel this entire generation about PlayStation is they're just so full of themselves. They're just too comfortable. No games. Every year there's just a new hardware accessory release, whether it be computer speakers or the fight sticks. We're going to get on June 2nd for this next state of play coming up. Are we going to get a PlayStation monitor? Maybe they announced that already and I don't even remember. But yeah, we're getting another PlayStation state of play on June 2nd. Of course, I'm looking forward to it. I watch all of these, but at the same time, like, I'm not holding my breath too much. It's hard to get too excited about these anymore. I mean, we might get one game release, maybe. We just had a state of play not too long ago where they announced new things like the God of War trilogy. So I really can't see them announcing anything too big this one if they do, because we're already getting Wolverine and we're getting an extended look at Wolverine for this 60-minute state of play. But I'm going to watch it, and I might even live stream it, right? This isn't a promise, so keep an eye out for that. Maybe I'll live stream it just to like get my reaction for it. It's at a good time, but if the stars align, I'll try to do it. These videos are basically live streams anyway, right? Like I just sit here and talk, and I have experience. I have some good experience live streaming to nobody, so shouldn't be that bad, but I don't know. Free content, right? That's why other people do. So I don't know. I thought it might be fun. Maybe I'll capture it. We'll see if I end up being live. I'll check it out. But man, Sony is so full of themselves because check this out. So we're getting a new look at Marvel Wolverine during the 60 minutes. So yeah, this 60-minute showcase is probably going to have 15 minutes of Wolverine gameplay, which is basically going to be a lot like Spider-Man, but a different character, different animations, different map. But at the end of the day, it's going to be your open world checklisty type of game. So it's going to be Tuesday. If you're watching this video, when I post it within a couple days, it's going to be this Tuesday, June 2nd, which is also day after the 1-year anniversary of this channel. So like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the content. So 60 minutes of updates, announcements, and gameplay reveals from top studios around the world. And real quick, before we continue, that's how I feel about these Sony state of plays. Even the last one, right? Sony announces like at most 3 exclusives per year. There's going to be 60 minutes of announcements. Not many of these are going to be PlayStation exclusives, right? That's how I feel about all these showcases, even Nintendo Direct, the Xbox showcases. It's just like everything that's going to be shown at this PlayStation showcase is probably going to be available on Nintendo and Xbox and PC, right? So it's just like, I don't know, they're hosting it, but I don't know. It's not like this all means these are PlayStation exclusive games. Okay, to kick things off, you'll get a closer look at Marvel Wolverine. So we're probably going to get like 15 minutes of Wolverine right at the beginning of the show, right? And it's probably going to be like, ooh, looks cool. Like, that looks good. Yeah, that's my prediction for the reaction of it. So, third-person action-adventure game, blah, blah, blah. Showing off Logan's brutal and relentless animations, with some new details. Okay. And then, yeah, so this game didn't come out September 15th. Again, that's why I really don't think that they're going to make too many big announcements, because we just had the God of War trilogy announcement, and Wolverine isn't even out yet. And we had Soros this year earlier, so like after September 15th, they're really going to get a new first-party PlayStation game slotted in this year. I doubt it. And so what makes them full of themselves is for this PlayStation showcase, they are going to air it in movie theaters. They're excited to be partnering with their friends, Alamo Drafthouse in the United States, to host special live watch party viewings. Sony's doing everything but make games, man. They're releasing hardware. They tried making these live service games and canceled almost all of them. And the ones that actually made it through barely doing anything. Concord shut down after a couple of weeks. I don't know how good Marathon's doing, but they're shutting down Destiny, and I can't see Bungie doing very good right now. I don't think Marathon is that crazy where they're gonna make so much money off of it. I'm not joining. I'm someone who joined Destiny for a little bit, and even that's fallen off for me. And just like I can't get in a marathon. Maybe there's a new audience for marathon, and they can keep it going in the long run. But I don't know. I feel like Sony's really mishandled Bungie. A lot of pushback from Naughty Dog with like Intergalactic, and it's like we'd much rather see a new Jack and Daxter or an Uncharted. Maybe they're gonna bring back Uncharted. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. They're not releasing many games. All they do is release like a new hardware accessory. I'm pretty sure that I'm guessing the state of play. We're gonna get some kind of hardware accessory announcement. We're gonna get some kind of limited edition new controller reveal. And yeah, they're just doing everything but make games. And then they think they're so high and mighty that that their event is so premium that they can air it in theaters. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life, I feel like. I don't know. Imagine Nintendo announcing a Nintendo Direct was going to be aired in theaters. Just the pushback would be ridiculous. Of course, like they would probably charge for tickets, right? In this PlayStation 1, it's free viewing. But I don't know. It's just like they're so full of themselves, man. Again, I'm gonna watch the state of play. I watch all of them. They don't do that many of them, but like what I'm excited for is Final Fantasy VII Part 3. But that's probably gonna, unless there's like some kind of deal in their contract still going on with this trilogy. If there's no contract, I bet this launches on Switch 2 and Xbox and PC day one. And I mean that's what they want to do. They want everyone to be able to finish the trilogy. I think that's why they're pumping out these Part 1 and Part 2 on Nintendo Switch 2. I think that may be coming on Xbox. I don't follow Xbox anymore. But yeah, and then maybe they're gonna announce like Halo campaign evolved in the release date for in the PlayStation Direct. Like, you know, that would be interesting that they do that there and not the Xbox showcase. It might end up in the Xbox showcase, but I can also see that showing up here. I mean, 60 minutes, 15 of them are probably gonna be Wolverine. Maybe we're gonna get one more game announcement, first party. The rest is gonna be third party, and then like 2 hardware announcements, one hardware accessory and one controller. I don't know, then we're gonna get like marathon updates and like some DLC. Maybe there's gonna be Helldivers 2 DLC, something like that. You know, they want them live service dollars to keep rolling. I don't know. I think this complacent with Sony is sad again, and they're also like raising the price of their hardware this entire generation. I feel like I'm losing trust with Sony. You got your DMR thing, or DRM thing coming up. They were talking about that they're kind of like rolling back, doing some PR control on that. I don't know, man. I think it's very interesting how Sony pretty much dominated the PlayStation 2 generation, got comfortable, and then with the launch of the PlayStation 3, really jacked up the price and were greedy, whatever you want to call it. They were too comfortable. Xbox came up and took the lead. Xbox 360. Xbox 360 was getting too comfortable while Sony was cooking, and then Sony overtook them from the PS4. And then the PS4 momentum carried on to the PS5. We didn't get that switch back into the Xbox Series X because Xbox was still stuck in their way, still making just L plays. But I don't know, in this PlayStation 5 generation, this is the first time that with these back and forth shifts that Sony's had these like 2 generations in a row, unless you count PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, but that was so early on. I don't know if you can really compare PS1 dominance leading into PS2 dominance as the same as PS4 to PS5, but I don't know. This is Microsoft and Xbox's chance, I feel like, with Sony getting way too comfortable, way too complacent. I mean, they think they're so good that they can show their state of play event in movie theaters and people are going to come out and just praise them because just Sony's just is just so good, man. I don't know. Sony hasn't even they haven't made a movie with the whole video game movie trend that's even like close to reaching the Mario movie or the Sonic movie. Heck, even the Minecraft movie. I haven't seen the Minecraft movie, but like cultural impact on these Sony movies. I don't know. They think their IP and everything is just so high and mighty. And I don't know. They're like losing focus on gaming and what makes a good game. And Sony has the ability. They have the IP to make good games. They're not doing it. They're more interested in hardware and raising the prices and showing their showcases, which is mostly going to be third-party games in movie theaters. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and I think it's going to be very interesting if part of the fallout on this is if Xbox truly can push ahead, but Xbox has some work to do, and if they go this like hybrid, very expensive hybrid PC, they're gonna miss their window. They gotta lower the price and get that competitive value out there. They gotta bring exclusives back. I mean, this is Xbox chance to take the lead, and I think as consumers and gamers, we need Xbox to take the leap at this point. As someone who's a huge PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 fan, massive Sony fan. I mean, PS2. I love PlayStation. Absolutely love it. It's where I do most of my gaming. Mainly my third party games are on PlayStation, right on PS5. Absolutely love it. They need to just like they need to be humbled. They need to be humbled so bad. And this whole movie theater thing, and just I feel like their heads so far, you know, so far up their asses that they just I don't know, they're losing the plot, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Later.